Hello, my name is Noah with Applewood, and today we're going to be taking a look at the long-standing king of the Infiniti SUV lineup. We're of course talking about the Infiniti QX80, and we'll be breaking this video down into 3 different sections on how it deals with daily city driving, also how it's going to do on those longer trips in terms of comfort and convenience, and lastly, for those special occasions and nights out in the town with significant others or family, and how it holds up there too. So let's take a look at the QX80. So let's talk about the design element of the QX80, and what I find so impressive is that Infiniti's managed to set this vehicle apart from other luxury V8, 7 and 8-seater SUVs, while at the same time distinguishing the QX80 from its existing SUV lineup. This doesn't look exactly like a QX50 or 60, and that's a good thing because while it shares the design elements that we love from Infiniti, like the artistic flow and the sculpting of the vehicle, and this impressive styling is noticed everywhere we go. We've been driving the QX80 around the city, on the highway, and rural roads, and no matter where we go, it seems to turn heads and find itself comfortable in any setting. Alright, so we're here at the rear end of the Infiniti QX80, and what we found is the purposefulness and the elegance of the SUV isn't lost in us as we come to the back end. We have a massive amount of back glass, which makes our visibility very open and makes parking as well as navigating the vehicle very, very easy. In addition to that, in spite of the fact that we have a towing hitch with 8,500 pounds of towing capacity, it's actually nicely covered when it's not in use. We are of course a power and motion activated liftgate, which we expect from Infiniti, but what's nice about the QX80 is that we have power adjustable seating for the third row. And so when it comes to changing our use on a daily basis, whether it's taking the kids to practice or doing longer trips with the family where we need more cargo room, we have an ample amount of space with the third row seating up and truly an impressive amount of space with the seats folded down. And we also have our brushed chrome bumper protector, which is going to keep the rear end of the QX80 from getting scraped up when we're loading and unloading the vehicle. Alright, so we're sitting inside the second row of the Infiniti QX80, and having sat in the front seats and the rear, I'm always slightly jealous of our second row passengers. These captain's chairs are incredibly comfortable. They're very spacious and they recline to an incredible degree. They make sleeping almost effortless. The armrests between myself and the second row passenger leave an ample amount of space. We're not encroaching on each other at all, and our climate control is all accessible from the second row here and ventilated all the way along the roof, meaning that we're very comfortable in terms of climate. And we also have the entertainment system in the rear headrest of the QX80, and so whether it comes to audio or our favorite movies or video game consoles like PlayStation and Xbox, those are all accessible here, and they make longer drives, shorter drives, which is very, very comfortable for your family who sits in the second row. Alright, so let's get ready for a day of driving with the QX80. We're going to head to the city because the QX80 has an impressive amount of features which makes city driving super comfortable. Let's get going. There's also things about the driving characteristics of the QX80 which surprised me and made city driving nearly effortless. But over and above that, it's just the ease with which we can turn the steering wheel. This doesn't feel heavy. It's not like feel like we're navigating a large boat around. The steering is very, very easy to maneuver. But we also have really cool safety and technology like this camera system up in our rear view mirror here. It gives us a 180-degree view of what's going on behind us. Our blind spots are next to non-existent. The QX80 performs incredibly well in the city, but what it will do really well is longer trips with your family, and so for those weekend getaways or those memorable moments. In terms of highway driving, I find it to be one of the most comfortable luxury SUVs in the market because we have that punchy V8 and that power there, the 7-speed automatic transmission, but it's also relatively quiet when we're cruising at speed. The QX80 becomes one of the most ideal vehicles for highway driving. Getting to speed is very, very comfortable. How we love hearing that V8 go. Because with a 5.9 second 0 to 100 in a vehicle of this size, it's surprisingly quick on its feet. And that all-wheel drive has us planted at all times. But what's also nice about that is it keeps our body roll to a minimum. When we're a vehicle of this height and stature, it's really, really easy to have a massive amount of sway and body roll, but we don't really have that with the QX80. So passing vehicles, super fun. Our braking is very competent. We have a towing package already installed with 8,500 pounds of towing capacity. If you're heading to the cottage or the lake for the weekend, this vehicle performs fantastically with or without a trailer attached to it. But it's also the safety and technology that the QX80 has. Of course, this being the king of luxury SUVs and the top of the line for the Infiniti, we have blind spot detection to let us know whenever someone's in our blind spot intervention to intervene in case we're going to turn into someone who's there. Intelligent lane departure warning and prevention to again warn us if we're drifting out of our lane and then intervene if we do so. so. But we also have really nice features for those longer drives or those commutes, like radar assisted cruise control. So we can set our cruise for, say, 100 kilometers an hour. If someone drops down below that, the QX80 will hold and keep distance, matching their speed, and then speeding back up when we have the space. So we know how the QX80 performs during the day, and you'd expect that a car drives the same at night as it does during the day, but what isn't the same is the feeling behind the steering wheel. So going out for a special night with a loved one or a significant other, kids are home asleep, you can just see yourself in this car going and having those experiences that you'll look back on and remember and cherish, because everything about the interior feels as special as that night out does. And it's like that one suit or jacket or that one dress that seems to fit every occasion, and this is it, right? Special night out with your significant other. This is that car. Long trips with the family, this is that car. The vehicle that you can have someone from work in as you're going to a meeting, whatever the case may be, this is that car. It is impressive to behold when you're looking at the outside, and the inside is even more special. The QX80 stands as the king, and it remains the king for a reason. You sit inside the QX80 and you feel different. The stone interior matched with the stone leather. The Alcantara inserts looks fantastic. It feels great to sit in. The adjustment on every single aspect of the seating, the steering wheel is great. The steering wheel feels amazing in hand. The comfort and luxury isn't just limited to the driver or the passengers, for everyone who's in the car. It's really just like a luxury aircraft back there. The quality of the materials and the recline of the seats, this is just a whole nother class. And some of the features that really stand out or shine at night are definitely the auto leveling headlights, and of course they're automatically going to dim or brighten based on the input they're getting, but they're also going to level themselves automatically. The Bose premium sound system is incredible, daytime or nighttime, but it just seems to shine at night. All right, so we've concluded our day with the Infiniti QX80, and I find myself desperately wanting to get back behind the steering wheel. And that's a rare sentiment for me, because when we do these videos and we drive vehicles all day, it's very rare that I want to get back in them. But that's just how comfortable and luxurious and fantastic the QX80 is, and it adapted super well to almost any condition we threw at it. And while this vehicle is designed for friends and family in mind, it's for carrying those you love with you. And while I'm a single guy who has no kids, I'm trying really hard to find a reason not to buy a QX80 like that much. My name is Noah with Applewood. Take care and stay safe.